Hello, everybody. This is Odd Job Entertainment, kicking off your entertainment tonight. 3.18 has finally reached the persistent universe, and let me make sure that OBS did not screw up my settings. All right, sounds like we are, in fact, broadcasting, so that's always a plus. Now, unfortunately, 3.18 is not having a seamless launch. It is struggling just a little bit. Let me show you what we're looking at here. So it has gone down. Over the past few minutes, I was at 10,000. Now I'm at 8,219. So that's progress. You know, it's getting there. There are a couple videos that have come out from Robert Space Industries. So we're going to start off by checking those out because I don't think you want to watch a countdown for my queue the whole time. So let's see. Star Citizen. Here we go. So this is the new Scorpius Antares. Yeah. Okay, so obviously I am a huge fan of the Scorpius. It's one of the ships that I fly, and I love it. I think it's fantastic. It is interesting the idea behind it. You're trading off the 4 size 3 guns on the turret in order to have the quantum enforcement device and the EMP. And so it kind of puts it like a combination of the RSI Mantis and the Vanguard. Oh shoot. It's the EMP one. Not remembering. Not the Warden. Sentinel. Vanguard Sentinel. So I mean, you are trading a lot of DPS for kind of like a more of an enforcement role, which I think is kind of cool. I don't think it's going to be super overpowered. I mean, time will tell. Usually ships will come out and they generally are pretty powerful, and then they'll kind of water them down a little bit. But man, it looks real sleek without that turret on it, doesn't it? So I'm pretty excited about that. I think it'll be a pretty good shot. Pretty good ship, I mean. Then we've got this other commercial for the Drake Vulture. I'm a little disappointed they don't have the Home Depot guitar ballad on this. Lance is saying, turn up the volume. I am seeing that. Okay, let's try that.
Cruise rack is another
that better, Lance?
Riches. Stake your claim with the Vulture. Only from Drake.
Okay, so now imagine that, but with this in the background.
Most folk.
It fits so well, if you ask me. Yeah, the Home Depot song, it hits so much harder than it has any right to, for just being, kind of a corporate big box store uh main theme, I guess. It's just such a good song. If it had lyrics and was a bit longer, I could see that actually making quite a bit of money. Really excited about the cargo system refactor.
Pra voltar, não posso mais viver sem teu sorriso iluminando a manhã. Me perdoa, meu amor, me beija com sabor de quem nunca esqueceu.
Man. Okay, let's grab that frame right there. There is a ton that has been added in 3.18. I've been waiting for this for such a while that it's like you hear about things and you kind of just go along. You don't realize how much it's all adding up. I mean, cargo system refactor, sand caves and rivers, prison gameplay, racetracks, security posts, Korea, new derelict settlement, salvage, pests. I mean, there is just a ton packed into this. So I am really excited to get into it. I've seen some of the new sand caves from other people playing, and it looks really good. So I am super excited. Let's check where I'm at in my position. Hey, 5,647. That's better. Whew. All right. So also, I did go to Moab recently. I'm a Utah boy myself, and Moab is one of the prettiest places on the planet. I think we talked about this in one of my previous streams, but some of the new features or the new locations within the Pyro system really remind me a lot of Moab, because you have these massive rock arches and the beautiful red rock. I mean, Utah really has some pretty alien looking landscapes.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Hey, there's Vader.
Hey, there's Vader. Yeah, Utah actually has been the location of a lot of sci-fi film shoots, as well as a lot of country westerns that were set in other parts of the American Southwest. Because it, I mean, it's not very famous for it, but it does have a small film industry here, and always has been very. Um, the laws regarding the film industry have always been kind of Wild West, open-ended. You know, do whatever you want. So a lot of that's been a very attractive for a lot of film makers to come out here, and I currently live in Utah to make films here.
Yeah.
And
And
plus, it's got some gorgeous landscapes, or really weird landscapes like this, like what you're showing right now. Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, and you just don't get this anywhere else. And it really kind of sneaks up on you because I remember doing the drive, and you're passing like Price, Utah, and then you kind of just run up onto Moab, and it's like the biome just changes all of a sudden. And now you're
Yeah,
surrounded by all these plateaus and this deep, rich red color. I mean, it is a really cool transition to
yeah.
go through.
And everybody who grew up on Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote cartoons says, "Wait a minute, I'm there."
Yeah. See, Bryce Canyon. Bryce Canyon is the one with all these things. It looks like just rows of knives.
Yeah,
So
super cool.
yeah, so when they show pictures of Pyro, I was super excited to see that it looks a lot like Utah.
A
See
bit.
if I
Yeah.
see if we can find some good pictures that drive that point home. I know I could go back through the video, and maybe we'll have to do that to kill time before the countdown's done. See, or they'll have something on the RSI website. So what have you been up to, Vader?
What I've been up to, man. I've been I was sick a couple of times recently because I got two young kids. They're 4 and 5 years old, and man, they they were under quarantine for about half their life, and now for half of their both of their lives, and now they're getting every sickness known to man in preschool. Now that they're going to preschool for the first time, and then they bring it home, and I get it, whatever it is.
Wow.
So yeah, that's been a up and down roller coaster there. I'm actually coming off of a sickness right now that I've spent the last 2 days being mostly useless. But tonight I feel a bit less useless, and that's good.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. That's kind of like the running joke about parenthood, isn't it? Like you just constantly get sick from your kids, but I bet it really does add something onto it where, your kids haven't been exposed to other people, so they haven't put their immune system to the test.
Yeah, yeah, and both of my kids, they're both going to preschool for the first time this year. So I feel like this is about as extreme and as wild as it gets as far as kids getting sick, because they've been under quarantine for most of their life. Barring obviously, if they had chronic illnesses, or some other special medical conditions, that would be worse. But barring that, they've been under quarantine for so long and having didn't get sick for so long, and then wham, bam, they're both getting every germ known to mankind, and they're both going to different preschools, so they're not even getting sick from the same. They're not. It's not even the same pool of germs. They're in two totally different pool of germs, picking up all of them on their own.
Well, variety is
Independent.
the spice of life, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And boy,
Oh
my
man.
immune system is getting real spicy.
Well,
But
and from my perspective, it seems like there's quite a few viruses going around. I mean, everyone's talking about the big C19, but there's just all kinds of viruses going around right
oh
now.
yeah, yeah, all of the colds and flus that we ignored for a long time they're still there,
Yep.
and they're still getting people sick, and that happens. I've done a couple more of the. I did one more, at least one more of the ship reviews and put that up. I'm trying to do more of those. I want to have like a guide for new players is what my ship reviews are mostly aimed at. That's why I haven't reviewed the Carrack, the 890, the 600i. You know, I want to review ships that people might actually want to buy with money
Yeah.
in the store. That most, and not that nobody at all buys a Carrack with money. Some people do, but
But it is definitely
uh,
a different bracket of customer.
yes, I suspect that's not the average uh, Star Citizen enjoyer is going to just go for the Carrack from right from the bat. You're going to want to start at the maybe the Aurora, maybe the Titan Avenger, maybe the Mustang Alpha, something like that, something smaller. And so that's I'm kind of working my way up from with the smallest hulls to the bigger ones that way.
Okay.
And I think the next one I'm going to review might have to be the Cutlass Black. I've been putting that one off because I actually own it, and I wanted to do a bunch of the reviews for the ships that I don't actually own. But now that we're doing a wipe, I'm back to just what I actually have bought with real money.
Yep. I'm actually pretty excited about the wipe. It kind of
Oh
does kill your motivation before the wipe because you know that everything is going to go away super fast,
yeah,
but it does bring back some real progression to the game, at least for a little bit.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Especially because this wipe is a complete one, and we're going to have to start rebuilding even reputation.
Yes.
Nothing is saved on this
Yeah.
one except for what you own in your account.
And I'm actually going to be changing my base of operations. I've been using Lorville for so long now, but I
Yeah.
think with this patch, it's got to be Crusader.
Yeah, Crusader. I mean, it takes a whole long time to get anywhere from Crusader's port to just to the sky. But now that there's missions at the port, I mean, that it's become a much more viable option. It went from the clear worst place to start to suddenly being in the mix with being just as viable as the other three ports. So yeah, it's um, and since I know you like the FPS gameplay, I can definitely see that draw. I'm not going to be choosing that as my first port home base, but I can totally see it.
Yeah. Well, and my understanding is that they've also lowered the quantum travel ceiling so that you can start your jump a lot sooner in the atmosphere.
Oh, hey, there's somebody else on your stream too,
Oh,
Giovanni.
hey, Giovanni. How you doing? I think that is actually our one and only Dirty Wolf in game.
Oh, cool.
He is also a 4-star friend, I think, from my last video.
Hmm.
See, I can actually check. Not that that graphic really means anything. It's just kind of funny. Oh, darn. Two dot friend. Sorry. Ooh, a little awkward now. But I did find the video I was looking for. So here's some nice shots of what we got in Pyro. Some
Yeah,
plateau, wind swept mountain ranges.
yeah, that totally looks like southern Utah, New Mexico, southwestern Badlands.
Yeah. I mean, I am just so excited to see these kinds of things in game.
I love how he's saying dead and dry, but in a pretty way. I'm like, yep.
It seriously is. And it was actually really cool because believe it or not, Moab, you usually think of it as being super hot and see, there we go, rock arches. Super hot, dry, really sunny. But in March, it's actually still got snow on the ground.
Hmm.
And so some of the pictures that I took are just stuff that, I've never even seen before because it's Moab, but with snow.
Yeah, that's not when people go visit it.
I'll have to throw those in the Discord so that people can see that. And then I can sneak that onto stream here. Have you ever seen the white line in Moab?
A white line? I haven't.
It's a super famous biking trail that is absolutely terrifying. It is literally just a white line of sediment that people bike on, and it's barely as wide as your tire.
Mm.
And on one side, you've got a huge drop, and then on the other side, it's got just the rock wall. So if you fall to one side, you're just going to bounce off, and then go down the hill.
Fun.
Oh, now we got both of them on here. So we got Dirty Wolf and we got Geo. I am definitely getting someone's name mixed up. I apologize about that. I am not being a very good org leader right now.
Oh yeah, because sometimes people have different names in the game versus in their account on
Yeah.
site.
Okay, so this guy is
Yes, and we're
Yeah.
going to get to that. But in case you're unfamiliar with this insane-looking feature, we should start with
I
a
could
little
never.
refresher. The white line is in Sedona, Arizona.
I
And
could
no,
never.
it's not a marked trail that people are
okay. So,
supposed
so
to
not
ride.
Moab. It's in
It
Sedona.
is what it
My
sounds
mistake.
like, a line.
Sedona, Arizona.
Sedona is
Okay.
known for its exposed
Slightly
sandstone
different than
formations.
Moab?
And indeed,
Little
many
bit.
of the trails there traverse off-camber sections of cliff. If you've ridden
But
anywhere in the desert,
also
you've
kind of the
probably
same.
experienced this in
Yeah.
some form. But the white
I
line
mean,
is different, and that it's an
These
absolute
landscapes look
spectacle.
like they'd be at home in Moab.
From some angles,
Oh,
it
yeah.
looks
So,
downright
It's
ridiculous.
the same biome.
So I mean that's the shot right there. Seriously,
Yeah.
if you lean to your right, you're just gonna fall back to your left. There is no space on this rock wall for you to relax or anything. You're just committed the whole time.
Which is why it makes for a great YouTube video. There's a good
grief.
chance you've seen some or all of these videos. Some are expertly shot and feature veteran riders traversing the line with no
Yeah,
hesitation at
couldn't
all.
be me.
Others
Mm-mm.
chronicle
Sure.
the experiences of first-timers.
And see,
My
like
buddy
I
Phil rode the
like
white
mountain
line
biking.
last year on a
I'm,
very windy day.
by my own admission, I'm
It was
not
one of the
good,
scariest
but
videos I've
I can
ever
do
seen.
some
But
trails.
even Phil's
Yeah.
harrowing
No
experience
way
gave me
would
a
I
taste
ever
of the
even do this,
GoPro
even
effect.
if I had the
That
skill.
is to say, it wouldn't
Yeah.
be that bad in real life.
That is a level
well.
of
I know you haven't watched
crazy
it.
that I just cannot
You're
bring
going
myself
totally
to
blind.
to
Trust me
manifest.
on this, but
Yeah, I am not blessed with very good balance, so I will never be able to bike on that level. But even if I could, I don't feel like I would want to.
And it's
Props to
definitely one
them
of
for
those
doing
things
it,
where you
though,
get
man.
the what?
Props to them for doing it, though, man.
No. Well, and clearly they did live, right? They're making the video about it.
Yeah.
But,
I
oh
would
my
hope that if
gosh.
any of them had fallen to their deaths or even just severe injury, that they wouldn't have put it onto the internet for clicks. Though you never know.
I mean, got to pay those hospital bills somehow, right? What is up, AM? We were just talking about how some of the features of the new planets in Pyro look like Moab, Utah. So we were talking about these rock arches, and then we got talking about some iron-rich rocks. That got me thinking about the white line, and now we were both imagining our deaths going off the trail on a bike. How are you doing? And oh, so I did share those photos in the Discord, so I can show these now. So this
Yeah.
is landscape arch, and you used to be able to take a trail that would take you right underneath the arch, but you can see there's some scarring here from when 180 tons of rock fell off in 1991.
Mm.
Scared a bunch of hikers that were there. Thankfully, it doesn't sound like anyone was killed during the time, but they don't let people get close. It's anyone's guess when it's going to collapse, but it's just this teeny tiny bridge that spans this huge distance. There's landscape from a different view. Yeah, Moab with snow. Really cool. And the day that we went there, it was kind of overcast, so you got some really nice diffuse lighting for everything too. So pictures came out really nice. If servers would allow, I'd log on. You find yourself in the same situation as us. That is
Yep.
why we are just shooting the breeze here.
Just chilling.
We're eventually going to get on, and then we're going to have lots of fun. So, who is this new member for our org, Dirty Wolf?
Zach Rat 12306. Thank you for joining.
I should check our roster. I have that ability to do so. All right. Let's see. Odd Job Entertainment. Oh, I actually have quite a few more people than I realized. It's pretty cool. We're up to 14 now.
I see most of our members are rocking the Citizen silhouette.
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine too many people are taking the time to update their profile picture on RSI. So once we get into the game, AM, my plan is I want to start doing some of the Crusader missions, and I want to get the Carrack outfitted as a party bus for the rest of this patch. So we're going to get a rock miner onto it. We're going to get a few personnel carriers, going to load up with a Pisces. And since persistent entity streaming is now a thing, those things should stay on pretty reliably throughout the rest of the patch. So that's the goal. Make it so that we can just pull the Carrack out, and then whatever we want to do, it's got the stuff inside it to be able to do that. But before that, we're going to need to get some funds. So that's why we're going to start off with Crusader missions, do some low-level bounties, stuff like that. And I'm guessing it is still 4 or 5 minutes out. But it's going pretty fast. I mean, I started out 10,000, so we're making progress. Let's see. I can
That was
also
about a half hour ago.
Yeah. Well,
Right. Give another 15 minutes.
yeah, because at start of the stream, you're right. How are we doing on referrals? Got 3 recruits now. So if we can get to 10, then I get a free Gladius, which is probably the biggest thing that I'm looking for. I think this will take us to the ladder. Yes. You get 10 referrals, and you get the Gladius and some gold ornaments to put around. If I could get to 10, I'd be pretty happy. I don't super care about these other ones. Also, they're just kind of way out of reach, so. Gonna get yourself a LTI Valiant. It's a great ship. The Gladius has been for a long time the meta dogfighter. It is a great little small fighter. And it looks so good. It's also one of CIG's favorites, so it gets kept up to gold standard all the time. So it's got all the new animations. It's fun to fly.
Yeah, it's fun to fly, and it's one of the meta ships, if not the meta light fighter, because of its really good abilities, really good turning radius, really good acceleration, super snappy fighter. The high skilled players tend to love it. They love that one, and they love the arrow, and there's a few others, but that's one of them. And And yeah, it's in the single player game that is also being developed side by side with Star Citizen. So they definitely have a lot of reasons to keep that looking good and working well, and make it make it an attractive option in the game.
So if you had to take a guess, Vader, when do you think Squadron 42 is coming out?
If I had to take a guess,
Yeah.
uh, I think Squadron 42 will not come out for a while. I feel like CIG is feeling no pressure to get their games out quickly, and so they're just taking their sweet time and making the turning them into the games they really want them to be. Now, of course, with a game developer being in charge of the company rather than a finance guy or a business guy, not that he hasn't done a lot of business stuff, but he's
Hmm.
we know that Chris Roberts is primarily a game developer, game designer, game coder. So I feel like his priority is to turn this game into the thing that he wants it to be, and it's not getting it out in a timely fashion, or getting it to the market, at the right time. And the format that they're doing this in has allowed them to take that time and to redo a lot of the stuff that they did at first. Oh, here's my 4-year-old. So so if you start hearing funny sounds in the background, that's what that is.
Okay.
But yeah, I feel like they're uh, probably going. I would say my expectation is that Squadron 42 will probably come out within the next couple of years, but not anytime real soon.
Okay. I I feel like I want to say 2 years.
Yeah,
2 years,
2 years
and then it probably comes out.
is probably a good expectation. I feel like if they wanted to put it out right now, they probably have plenty of assets and stuff. Or if they wanted to put it out next year, they could probably do that. But that's not how they've decided to do this. They haven't decided to just work on that and get it out as fast as possible. They're kind of working on both games and doing a lot of stuff on the back end for both games to make them, work together. And so it'll be done when it's done, uh, and uh, but I like what they've done so far with Star Citizen. I'm happy with my purchase. Um, and and if I weren't, I definitely wouldn't be streaming the game for other people to see.
Yeah. Well, you bring up a few points to unpack there. Like, there is a game that you can play, right? The
Yeah.
alpha does have a lot of content, and you can get hours and hours of entertainment out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like we don't have anything to show for all of our patients. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, well, and if we go back in time a little bit, it used to be that they were kind of working on the two halves 50-50, right?
Yeah.
And now they've shifted more priority to getting Squadron 42 out. So now I'd say it's like 80-20. And
Yeah. Okay. Maybe 70-30, something like that.
yes, something like that, right? It is skewed towards Squadron 42. We are still getting some development for the persistent universe, but not as much as we used to. And
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of developers say that that has helped them work a lot faster, and that makes sense because you can get a lot more focused on, well, we don't need to worry about, server stuff so much when we're just focused on Squadron 42. We just need to get the story content working well, and we need to get all these mechanics working well together, and then, the other stuff can come later. I feel like once the core tech behind Squadron 42 and the persistent universe are finished, I feel like that's going to be when we finally stop getting feature creep,
Mm.
and that's when we'll start getting some real progress towards getting a finished product.
Yeah, that will be a very big that will be definitely a big motivator for CIG to crystallize the features that they want to have in place. And once they're crystallized, they don't creep so much. That's for sure.
Is right now it kind of feels like, we're waiting on some of this core technology to be finished, like the server meshing. We just got persistent entity streaming, but you still have, hundreds of developers that they need to be doing something when they go to work day after day.
Yeah.
They can't just sit on their hands. And so
No.
I feel like that's kind of where we get a lot of this feature creep coming in, where we're just
Mhm.
waiting for the real important stuff. And so it's like, well, what else can we do while
Yeah.
we're waiting for that to come out?
And it is a groundbreaking game. They're inventing new technology. How long will it take them to invent the new technology? I don't know. Some of it could be invented tomorrow, but it probably won't, right?
Yeah, probably won't.
uh, how long does it take to invent a new technology? I don't know. How long does it take to go somewhere you've never been and can't look up on Google Maps? It's like it's definitely that makes it much less predictable when
Yeah.
you're treading new ground like that.
Yeah. Well, it's like fusion technology, right? We used to
Yeah.
think that fusion energy would be a reality by the year 2000. Okay, and now it's
Hmm.
probably going to be like 2070 if we're lucky. But you just don't know because it's uncharted territory. Like you're saying, it could be really fast. You could have a major breakthrough, like with Alan Turing, the father of modern computing,
Yeah.
just kind of hatches this decoding machine, and then computers followed very quickly after that. Uh, Fusion has been 50 years away for 100 years. Yeah,
Yeah. Basically.
exactly. Though, I mean, I've seen some articles. It could be 2025.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Of course. This time, there it's for real.
Well, actually, it's funny that we're talking about this because that's one of the suggested videos here on the site is helium nuclear fusion. And
Yeah.
their whole idea is instead of trying to contain like a ball of, you know, plasmic sun, right? They
Yeah.
just create some toroids and shoot them at each other and create the fusion in the middle. And they just keep making new fusion, in picoseconds.
Hmm.
So it's a new approach. They say that they've already gotten power out of it. And so the next version should be self sustaining. Who knows?
Okay. So you kind of like treat it. They're kind of treating the fusion instead of having one sustained fusion like a fire in your fireplace. They're making it more like an internal combustion engine fusion
Yeah.
where it just fuses for a little while and then stops, and
Yep.
then they've got
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good intuitive way to intuit it.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a novel approach, and he says that they've gotten a net gain out of it so far, which is really the key to getting a fusion reactor to be self-sustaining is actually getting power out of it.
Yeah, that's the first step. More power out than you put in.
Yeah. So
But then there's
it could
another.
be.
Yeah. Then it's a question of how much and how expensive is it, and is this ever going to be worth it for anyone to actually do on
Yeah.
purpose for like commercially?
Yeah.
That's a little bit tougher.
Well, and one of the things that they talk about with like the with the more traditional fusion reactors that kind of go around in a ring, uh those ones they require like a ton of liquid beryllium, I think it is, to act
Mm.
as basically an insulator so that your fusion doesn't leak out into the world and destroy everything in sight. And that's incredibly expensive, but with the way that this new helium reactor it's just a really brief moment in time that the fusion is actually occurring, doesn't create nearly as much heat, so it doesn't require as much mass or heat dissipation. So there's a lot of supposed benefits to it. I really hope that they do figure it out because, man, it'd be really cool to have fusion be a thing in my lifetime. Free
Mm-hmm.
energy, basically, but not in the scam artist sense of the word. Free energy, as in it's sustainable, no harmful effects to the environment, and we can keep producing it. Not a perpetual motion machine. Totally different.
Right. Yeah. That's the dream. That's a super good dream.
And then we really could say that our Teslas are green vehicles if they're powered by fusion.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Then electric vehicles will actually be the zero emissions that they claim to be, right?
Yeah.
Once they're powered by nuclear power.
Hmm. Of course, I mean, nuclear is also just a pretty good option as a stopgap for a really long time. We could run off of
Yeah,
just good
nuclear
old
fission.
fission power for the next 200 years.
At least. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did a report on this for school, and I'm not going to claim that it was an amazing report. It was very quickly done, so there could be a lot of inaccuracies in it. But I mean, hey, that's what you get when it's a college report that you write the night of. But part of this was comparing and contrasting different kinds of green technologies. And one of the things that stuck out is for a 1 acre nuclear fission plant, to get the same amount of power out of that for wind would require 365 acres.
Yeah.
So, space wise, a lot more efficient to do nuclear power.
Oh yeah, always has been. And has to be, right?
Yeah. And then
That's
the other big kicker is we use some kind, I don't know what it's called, but it's an estimate for how much fuel exists that we know about, right? So we know that we have so much oil in reserve, for example, and we expect to find so much more in the next 30 years.
Hey, can you say hi, Fiona?
Hi, Fiona.
Want to say hello?
A little
Okay.
shy.
Suddenly she's shy. So
Okay.
as soon as I take her to I grab her and take her to the microphone, suddenly she stops making noise. Uh, she was
Ah,
she was babbling all sorts of babbles before that.
kids are funny that way, aren't they?
Sometimes, yeah. And I've gotten a couple of good recording sessions of her just babbling away. But it's something spontaneous. It's not something I can make happen whenever I want.
Not, never is.
Ooh, man, you're almost down to triple digits.
I can feel it, man. It's coming soon. I'm excited. I've
You'll
been
get in the
waiting for
swing.
3.18 for almost 6 months now.
Yeah.
Wasn't it supposed to be like the September patch or December?
Yes, this was supposed to be out 3 or 4 months ago. But it's out now, and I am totally accustomed to CIG time, which is I feel like the whenever they tell us that some patch is going to come out at a certain time, that's the optimal goal, the very rosy-eyed goal set by leadership, and then reality happens. And then it just keeps getting pushed back because, well, stuff broke that they didn't know would break, and it's just that's just how life is in coding. It can be a mess. And then,
I used to get a lot more upset about it in the past.
yeah,
Then I took a coding class for my engineering degree, and
yeah,
now I have all the patience in the world for coding because I hate it. It is
yeah. Oh
terrible.
man, I feel like you can tell the difference in the forums between the fans that have a little bit of coding background or know a little bit about coding and the fans who know nothing about it.
Yep. I mean, you don't understand coding until you spent hours looking for the semicolon that you didn't put in.
Yeah.
And it really can be just that simple, and it will break everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
'cause that combines these two lines, and now, oh wow, okay, yeah, obviously that wouldn't work.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
Oh yeah.
I get it. You set up expectations, and it's like, well, based on what I've done before, it should take about this long. But coding is a different animal. It has demons that only come uncovered as soon as you start looking for them,
Mm-hmm.
or or once you think you've passed them. Really.
Yeah. Or once you change something else.
Yep. Fix one bug, another one pops up. It's like digital whack-a-mole. Keep trying. It's super random who gets in. Well, I've been watching the queue, and it is going down. We're now in triple digits, 726, 719. So we're getting there. Are you also in the queue, Vader?
I am also in the queue. Yes, I am a good several minutes behind you. I'm
Okay.
at. I just passed 5,000 and falling.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh, but I am in the queue.
All right.
And
Oh,
of course,
Doug, I got through the queue, but I'm getting a 19K error code. That's
Yeah.
probably what Schlag was talking about. Sorry, I missed that. Yeah, just keep trying.
We knew that this was going to be a night where the servers were at their max and then some.
Oh yeah. I mean, everybody's been waiting for this patch.
Yeah. Yeah. And it'll be the same when 4.0 drops,
Oh
whenever
yeah.
that is. Maybe next year, 2 years from
Maybe that'll be what our kids end up playing.
now.
I haven't seen the 19K error before. Schlag, in theory, has been able to play. So if he says that you just keep trying, that's what I'm gonna do too. Now I'm under 500. It's getting close. I'm excited. Does that mean that he's gonna have to restart the queue?
um,
19K, try to log out and in on the launcher.
and do it. Yeah. And if you still can't get in, you may have to do a character repair or something.
Ooh. And I'm sorry, Doug. That's tough. I don't know what to do. I'm just fingers crossed that I
Mm.
don't get a 19K myself.
I'm looking at forums about it. Some people are saying that if you have a VPN, you may have to turn it off before you launch, and that might do it.
Want to make the mistake of browsing Reddit on stream. That's not a very smart idea, so I'll put this on my second screen.
Mm. Very nice. The Ares is a nice fighter. I want to love it, but there's really not a lot for it to do by itself, unless it's with a larger fleet. Um, right now, I feel like cool ship, super cool ship.
Yeah, it's in kind of a rough spot because if they make it too powerful, people complain about it just being overpowered.
Right.
But it does need to be effective against a capital ship. So it's like,
Yeah, it needs to be effective against capital ships, but it can't be too effective against light fighters, medium fighters. You know.
yeah. I think that one cool way to fix the ion would be to turn its laser cannon into a beam weapon.
Yeah.
That way, you have to maintain contact on target in order to do damage, and you can have the damage increase exponentially as you maintain that target contact.
Yeah, have it ramp up for like 5 or 10 seconds, which would
Yeah,
be impossible to do on a Galadius, especially one piloted by a human,
yeah, way too
but
fast.
not at all impossible to do on an Idris
Yeah,
or a javelin or even a hammerhead.
yeah. So I mean, it basically give it the Prometheus lens. I don't know if you've played Destiny 2.
I
That's
haven't.
a that's an exotic trace rifle, but it basically
Mm,
does that. The longer you hold your beam on target, it creates this bubble that does damage more and more.
yeah, yeah. More damage per second, the more seconds that it's on, that
Yeah,
it's on the target. But it has to be hitting the whole time. Yeah, I think that would be a good fix. And then have it generate so much heat that no matter what heat capacitor you have, it shuts off after like 20 or 30 or 40 seconds or whatever.
yeah,
Um, give it a span where you absolutely have to you see that you can't just leave it on. You can't
yeah.
hurry it
Resource
up.
management still has to be a thing.
Yeah.
Schlag says, or tell bad light pilots to not sit still long enough for a 700 meter per second single shot cannon to hit them. So from Schlag's perspective, it's purely just a skill issue.
Well, yeah, but I think that um, I think they want to make it less effective versus PVE light fighters, and of course, the computer is always going to be bad at dodging shots that far away. You know,
Yeah,
they always, for at least for now, they always head straight towards your ship.
yeah, they're
I
always going
don't
to be a
know if
bit more derpy.
I don't know if that's a consideration or not, or if it was primarily about PvP that they were thinking, and that
Yeah,
if they, but I suspect that may have been they don't want it to be very effective against PvE light fighters and stuff, and you can absolutely nail a computer piloted Gladius with that. And My understanding is I didn't get to pilot it, but my understanding is that during uh, first couple of months where you could pilot it, that was a very satisfying
yeah.
feeling.
Well, and Schlag does bring up a good point. Because we don't have a way of training new pilots in the verse, I think right now their natural inclination is to resort to doing the classic jousting run,
Yeah,
which seems effective, but it's really not.
yeah,
And if you're going up against any kind of a competent pilot, if they're in an ion, they are going to take you out.
yep, absolutely, absolutely. Even though
Okay.
it's not a terribly maneuverable ship, uh, if you give them the opportunity.
Yeah. And there is something to be said. Like, if you're in a light fighter, you should totally be able to dodge a cannon shot traveling at 700 meters per second.
Yes.
So,
Also, another side note, I wish that they would make some ballistic cannons that were bigger than the size 4 ballistic cannon that we've got. Uh,
mm,
that because I think that would be awesome to have a third Ares with just a ballistic cannon instead of a Gatling. Oh,
yeah.
very satisfying.
Well,
uh,
see, I shared this idea and I had to restart the queue, by the way. So we're gonna
oh
be here
no!
for a while.
Oh no!
Uh, I shared this on the channel. A picture of a ship idea that I had called the Drake Strongarm. Did you see that one?
No.
Okay, let me pull that post up. Posts. Let's see, can it tab? Let's make this a little bigger. So you have something like the Aegis Idris, right? Massive ship, size 10 railgun, and if it hits you, it's a delete button for anything and everything, pretty much, right? But because it is such a big ship, it's also horribly expensive for most people to own. Well, Drake, they make ships for the common man, right? So if they were to make something with a size 10 railgun, what would Drake make? And so that's kind of where the idea for this strong arm concept came.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you just attach a small cockpit and some engines to it. It's kind of like pushing the Ares Ion and the Ares Inferno to the extreme.
Okay.
So now you've got a railgun that takes so much power that you can't have your shields up while you're charging it. Your ship's not super maneuverable because it's all dedicated to this railgun. So you really just want to take a shot and then try and get out as quickly as you can.
Oh.
And I can picture this being like you set it up at the back of your offensive line, right? And you want your other ships to protect it, and it takes shots at the big capital ships that the enemy has. And this
Yeah.
is like a cheap way of getting the firepower of an Idris, but without having to pay for the massive ship that it's connected to.
Right. Right. Or at least the firepower of an Ares or something.
Yeah.
It would be funny if it flew backwards like a GTA 3 tank shooting the turret backwards. Yep.
Maybe it does. I
It
mean that could
decelerates you
be
by
really
100
funny.
meters per second or something.
First, because we are in space and we've got 6 degrees of movement, it'd probably do like a front flip. As soon as you fire it, just starts spinning vertically.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the near future, I plan on talking about a couple other ship concepts that I'd like to see implemented in game. This is one of them. And while I'm pretending that CIG listens to me, I can make up whatever I want, right?
Yeah.
Back down to 9,425.
Mm.
Wonder if the devs have been saying anything. I mean, I don't. I imagine there's not much to say really. 9,200. Okay, you're a little ahead of me. Hopefully, you don't get a 19K.
It's over 9,000.
Yeah.
You know, lately I've been playing this game called Star Sector. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
Haven't.
Oh man, Star Sector is great. It is an indie game, about as independent as it gets. Uh, it's made by like four dudes,
Okay.
and it is the best. Some of the possibly the best $15 I have ever spent in computer gaming. It's sort of a Master of Orion Skyrim kind of halfway between those, where you're playing the commodore of a space fleet. And at first, it's a very small fleet, but you eventually you grow it and you build up some really cool ships, and you go around the a sector of the galaxy that is a lot of it is kind of or kind of procedurally generated, but with some really good rules.
Okay.
And you explore a bunch of interesting stuff out there, and eventually, and you can trade totally illegal goods from place to place, or perfectly legal ones, and evade the patrols so you can sell stuff on the black market, starve out systems so that they all of a sudden need the stuff that you're selling. You can, it models the economics of what's going on. So if there's a station that doesn't receive any shipments for a long time, then they'll start paying more and more for imports and selling their exports for less and less and stuff like that. So it's really cool. There's a complicated uh, um, contact systems. You can develop contacts with NPCs. They'll offer you cool missions. and I've been having a lot of fun with it. I love it.
Okay. Well, I think I've got the trailer pulled up.
Yeah.
It's a top-down game, right?
Yeah. Top down game. You must forge your fate. But we can't hear the music.
Can you not?
No, we
That
can't. Upgrade.
is it seriously not playing the desktop audio? That is
Nope.
That is frustrante.
Or it's not playing it loud enough that I can hear it, at least.
Okay. This is the thing. I updated OBS today,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so of
Say no
course
more.
it broke it. So I'm gonna try and remake the audio channel for that and see if that fixes it. Okay, did that fix it?
Playing music?
Yeah, it's playing some effects and stuff.
Oh,
Like shooting.
no, I've got your YouTube muted, so I can't tell. Brr.
Oh. I thought it was working before. Dang it. Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Okay, I'm gonna add because that wasn't the audio one that I wanted, so I'm gonna try this other one. Main.
Okay, I've got YouTube open and unmuted.
Okay. So at least as far as what I can tell, my output audio is working. I mean, it looks cool. I've never really played the kind of top-down games, but I think it's more for just not knowing which one to jump into. But I mean, that could be a fun one to play on stream sometime if you're saying it's good.
Yeah, I endorse it. I think it's great. A lot
Okay.
of fun. It's a pretty chill game. It's not. It's mostly. I mean, you can kind of play it in several different ways. If you play it in more of an exploration style, then there's a fair amount of travel between places. You know, obviously, if you're exploring, you're going to go far distances.
Is it
Whereas
available on Steam or is it just through their site?
it's literally just through their site.
Okay.
They they are a small time operation.
And Schlag is saying that the Vulture jumped up in price.
140 to 175.
It's probably Hyper Vanguard Force. I feel like I've heard that name before.
Yeah, Hyper Vanguard Force was great.
Web-based Star Citizen top-down spaceship game.
You could play it on the Star Citizen website in the early days of Star Citizen. right after the Vanguard was announced, they came out with this little,
Vanguard Force.
cute little flash game.
All right. Let's give it a shot.
If I recall correctly, you can't buy upgrades very easily anymore, and that makes
Okay.
it a lot.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Okay. Welcome to 3.18, guys.
Yes.
Nice. So,
Yeah, you can see
okay.
the 300i.
Yeah, now I'm taking on a Cuddy.
The Cutlass. Yeah.
This is great.
Isn't it?
Those are some gladiators.
I think those are.
This looks like a Merlin.
Gladiator.
Oh. Oh, you actually get titles for this in game?
Yeah.
Ah, mission failed. Can you actually beat the mission, or is it like you just go as far as you can?
Rack up.
Well, when they first implemented it, you could go back and you could use the stuff that you got to buy upgrades.
Okay.
Oh, you can still do that. Okay, good.
You can beat it. Schlock says we can beat it.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Ah, yeah. See, now I've got 3 guns.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there an anime called Trigun?
There is. Trigun is a really good anime. It is not about 3 guns. Yeah, see, that makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, those torpedoes do a lot of damage. I think you can put your shields up. There's a button for that.
Okay. I do not know what it is. I think I beat it.
Oh, you beat the Ellis system.
Well, yeah, that first level.
Warning. Warning.
Oh, boss fight. Oh no! Ah. There are more games too. One where you shoot King Kong off a building. But is that also a Star Citizen thing that gives title Guardian Angel?
Rank up.
All right, let's check where we're at in the queue. 7,180. All right, we got time for a few more rounds.
Yeah.
Okay, and is there a way? Is it just are you just shooting up, or is there a way to rotate?
Get ready.
I don't think there's a way to rotate. Oh, that's right. If you stop shooting, your shields will pop up.
Oh, okay. So it's the lack of a button that actually gets your shields up.
Yes.
It's kind of cool. It's actually like the resource management system.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Ah. Hey, will you help me with Achieve? It's a two-player game like Minesweeper Battleship. Um, what you talking about, A&M? Has all the titles and links to the game to get them. You might have to share that in the Discord. I don't know that YouTube chat will let you share it. 6,512. Let's see. Okay, I see Schlag got the Tiburon skin for the Scorpius. Good looking skin. Has teeth, couldn't say no. It makes the Scorpius do more DPS. So, I mean, it's just a straight up upgrade. All right, which one are we looking at, A&M? Fan, Minesweeper, Battlefield. Let's see one called Chief, though. You know, I didn't even know that these titles were a thing. Goes to show that you can be a backer since 2014 and still not know everything about the game. Dapper Badge. Winning three
Yeah, they had
times in the mission to Hadrian.
text-based browser game for the Carrack as well. That was pretty good.
Go to your account profile, then profile. You have an org badge and a badge of your choice. Profile. You're on the right page. File. Okay, profile. Ah, okay. I found it. Display title.
There you go.
Yeah. Now I'm Vice Admiral.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, there's a mercenary one. We gotta do that one. That's practically all we do in our org. Cool. But you're saying for this Sapper badge, don't you have to do this game? And it's saying here that it's included with the Nautilus concept sale. Does that mean that I can't play the minigame if I don't have the Nautilus? Oh. Yeah. Doesn't look like it wants to let me play it. Okay. Where are we at now in the queue? 5,260. We're getting there. Okay, I'm gonna give another shot. I upgraded my ship.
Get
We
ready.
need a Meredith and Balthazar in the game, though. I think the most realistic part about this is those small Merlins are some of the toughest enemies. Like when you do a pirate swarm and you get right towards the end and it's just the Merlins left, that's when it really gets tough.
Yeah, that separates the people who really know how to fight from the people who just are okay and have good art.
All right.
Warning. Warning. Warning.
Come on. Is Axel, is that a play on words? Is that Axel from Guns N' Roses?
Rank up.
We beat it. Beat mission 1 anyways. Nexus system.
Get ready.
Oh, oh. Now there's asteroids I gotta watch out for. realizing I don't have chat up. Hopefully, no one's telling any good jokes without me. Oh, jeez. That wasn't good. I like her confidence. This is a Vanguard, Balthazar. I'll be back.
Yeah, this is when they were selling the Vanguard on its toughness and rugged durability.
Yeah. Okay, get that hyper pink. Titles for guides too. I'm working on you can. Same with the Apollo game. All right. Where are we? The queue 3,603. I'm gonna let it run down and get to, you know, hopefully we'll be able to get in. But if it doesn't let us get on tonight, I will stream tomorrow to make up for it. Sound like a deal for everybody?
Sounds good.
Hopefully, yeah, like I said, hopefully it does come up. But in case it doesn't, that'll be the plan.
Get ready.
In the meantime, I'm pretty happy with this as a 3.18 experience.
You like it?
It's pretty fun. And who'd have thought that in 2023 I'd be playing a old school top-down shooter with my 3080 Ti. Okay, do I control the missiles or do those just fire off randomly?
Oh, they just track whatever they want to.
Okay.
They are tracking missiles though.
And do they just fire off on their own, or is it like they fire off as long as I'm holding the button?
They will only fire when you are firing, but their countdown timer ignores whether you're firing or not. So, or their refresh cooldown timer, I should say.
doing quite a bit better.
Kind of reminds me of Raptor or Tyrion.
Yeah.
I don't know if you ever played those games.
No, that would be before my time. You're dating yourself a little there.
A little bit. But Tyrion, you can get it on Good Old Games for free. And it is still fun.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. I mean, it's a top-down shooter like this. It kind of doesn't take itself too seriously. And it's got some pretty crazy cool stuff. And I played it with my siblings on 2-player sometimes.
Okay.
Pretty rare for one of these to happen.
Ah, dang. Okay, I don't know if there was a game, what was it called on, it was an iPhone game. Let's see. It was like iPhone game.
Raptor was the best ever, huh? Yeah. Yeah, Raptor is great.
There was this game that I remember playing on iPhone where it was like you would fight through the same line of bosses, and each time you would do a little better because you would maintain the upgrades of your previous character, and basically your previous character was your ancestor. Like you would just fight through generations of the same bloodline,
Rogue
trying to get
Legacy?
better and better. Let's see. No, it wasn't this one. It was like Bloodlines or something. Oh, that like an anime thing. Get YouTube clips of it. Okay. We will check out Rapta.
Raptor Call of the Shadows?
Raptor Call of the Shadows. Let's take a look. Where are we in the queue first? 588. Might be the time. What did I think of the engineering design brief? Honestly, I'm kind of torn. I think engineering adds a lot of gameplay variety, but I think having the 3 divisions that they're talking about maybe makes it a bit more complicated than it needs to be for a first pass. I think it probably makes a little more sense to just have an engineering gameplay loop and not really worry about the title assignments yet. And then maybe like for the bigger ships where that becomes more necessary, maybe that will evolve naturally. But that was my biggest critique. I don't know that it makes sense to have a manager, a tuner, and a mechanic as goals for the first iteration. All right, Raptor Call of the Shadows trailer or teaser.
What the fuck? This can't be good.
Just ignore those words, children.
I think I'm going to need a few upgrades.
Oh, remixed. I was gonna say I don't remember any cussing in the original.
Well, we'll have to play this on stream sometime. Hope not tonight, because I think that they're processing my entitlement. This is going to take forever. Maybe if it doesn't load properly, then I'll download Raptor and we can play that tonight. We can do Star Citizen tomorrow when the servers aren't overheating. Yeah, it's Slog says it's a generally encouraging then if they're processing my entitlement. I just hope I didn't give him too much to process.
Yeah, don't feel too entitled.
Yeah. Play the Guardian Angel minigame. This looks like it might take a minute to load, so I can get there from this page, right? All right, what am I missing? Where is it? There's this thing. I'm not sure if it's working. Do I have to like find the right spot to click or something then? I mean, I'm seeing some broken images here, so I'm not totally confident. Oh, now it's unavailable anymore. Oh. All right. We might have to do a 3.18 stream tomorrow. Let's see about Raptor. Said it's on Good Old Games, right?
I think Raptor should be on Good Old Games. I know Tyrion is free on Good Old Games for sure. You probably already own it if you have a Good Old Games account.
Okay. Um, don't see. Okay, so not Raptor. What was the other one?
Tyrian, Tyrian. Super good music.
This one, Tyrion 2000. Seems I do have a good old games account. Okay, I'm gonna take care of authentication on my other screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Download and install now. I'll give it one more chance to load while we're doing this stuff in the background.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Released in 1994 and 1995. Some time ago.
Okay. Can't imagine this will take too long to download. It's a game from 2000, so should be pretty quick, right?
Oh, that's right. Tyrian 2000 was released in the year 2000. Yes. That was the re-release 5 years afterwards.
Ah,
So the remaster of an already kind of old game.
and it kills me how many times you have to log into different stuff now.
Yeah.
It's wanting me to connect my EA account, my Microsoft account, saying, I just want to play this Asteroid game. I don't want to do all that.
have to do that for GOG, but yeah, it runs in DOSBox. That's right.
Wow. We we just stepped way past 3.18. We're doing time travel now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep it on easy because I'm streaming and I don't want people to know how bad I suck at games.
All right.
Good luck.
The data is like the story and stuff.
Oh, did I just accidentally skip over that?
Yeah, you had a bunch of data cubes that you could have looked at that would have told you the plot, such as it is. But like I said, it's not a game that really takes itself all that seriously, especially not the plot of a shoot 'em up game. And you get to shoot stuff.
I do like shooting things.
Yeah. There's all kinds of crazy weapons you can buy in the game. The music is great.
Music is pretty good.
Yeah.
Data acquired. Danger.
The big bad here.
I gotta take care of my kids. I'll be back soon.
All right.
Cleared enemy platform. Warning, spikes ahead.
Oh. Oh.
Enemies ahead.
Oh. Going faster. I like this. I want to slow down.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a fun segment.
Oh, geez. Now it's like putting bridges over me.
Yep.
Oh.
Large enemy approaching.
Oh. cheated. Came and squished me.
Oh no.
Oh, and he can like send those pinchers out too? Man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we need to upgrade our ship then.
Yeah. We'll need to upgrade your ship. The front gun, put a rear gun on it, maybe upgrade the shield. Oh yeah, you start off with 10,000 bucks. There's so much you can do. And you can use the left and right arrow keys to upgrade and downgrade the things that already exist. So
Okay.
you can get it at level 1 and then if you press the right key a couple of times, notice that it goes up in power. You
Okay.
get more powerful shots that use more energy.
So which one's the meta?
The meta? Oh
Yeah.
man, I have no idea. This game was not really there wasn't really a strong optimization shall we say culture around this game when it was out. I would say that experiment with different things, but a strong front gun with some you got to make sure you got a good enough generator to handle everything that you're throwing at it.
Yeah.
And I think having a rear gun makes a big difference as well. Check out the rear guns. You've already got the most powerful shield generator that you can afford at this, or that's available on this level. And there are different guns that are available on different levels, so you have to check.
Oh, that could be nice.
Yeah, heavy guided bombs, sonic wave. I like sonic wave. It's really not that powerful though. The multi-cannon can be pretty good, but man, there's nothing wrong with the guided bombs. Absolutely nothing.
All right, so I think I did that, right?
Yeah. And let's see, and then there's sidekicks, which are usually like cool extra things that you can add on, or some of them are activated abilities.
This is kind of silly now.
Oh yeah. You're gonna find this is way easier to get on this one. Watch your energy is really low.
Yeah.
So you won't be able to regenerate shields when it's that low. And you might even
Data
stop shooting.
acquired.
Yeah.
So the generator can't quite. This is surprisingly complex for a shoot 'em up from the 90s.
Yeah. It's pretty
Which is one of
cool.
the reasons I love it. Along with Raiden 2 and Battle Squad. Oh, on the Wii. Yeah, I never had it. That's good.
Data acquired.
Yeah, I had to restart my queue as well. I'm back on about 90.
Danger.
Okay, is there a... Okay, there is a pause. Means I can put stream back up.
You like how the fastest setting is Pentium?
That is wild. Okay, so how do I...
Oh, you want to get it full screen?
Yeah.
Alt Enter. On your keyboard.
Okay. DOS is a little before my time. Don't know all the keyboard shortcuts.
That is a keyboard shortcut that my generation got very familiar with.
This is where it started having me speed up shortly after this.
Shortly after this, yes. comes with little warning.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we're going faster now. And, you know, you have to give them credit. They're faking a parallax effect by having the foreground move at different rates of the background.
Yep.
You know, there's some artistry in these old games that, if you know what to look for, it's really pretty cool.
Cleared enemy platform.
Yep. Now she's making me go faster.
Warning spikes
Yep.
ahead.
Yeah, just like with old animation, like movie and cartoon animation, there was a lot of artistry that was involved, especially to save on resources.
Oh, yeah.
Enemies ahead.
Now, when you come back to this level, after you've got an incredibly super overpowered ship, you can actually destroy those spikes, which are pretty much immortal with the weapons you have.
Okay, you're going down this time.
Large enemy approaching.
Yeah, I like them apples.
There you go. Once you destroy one of those claws, it can't quite get all the way to that.
Now you get no claws. Oh. Dang it. I was so close, too.
They immediately regret that decision.
Oh.
You were so close. Yeah.
What? Okay. Just got to upgrade the ship again.
Yeah, yeah. You may find let's see. I think you've already got the best generator you can get, don't you?
I think so.
Take a look at the generators that are available. The Plasma Storm is a really good sidekick if you can afford it, but
yeah, I've only got the 2000 right now.
you could change your front weapon to like a Vulcan cannon or a pulse cannon.
Okay, let's see.
And don't forget to, when in the boss fight,
Data acquired.
I have a feeling I'll stream a privateer run when you get home. Hey, go right ahead. I'd check it out. Okay, so now we start speeding up.
Warning spikes ahead.
Yep.
Now we gotta dodge the spikes.
Yeah.
Enemies ahead.
Take out these wimpy ships.
Yep.
Let your shields regenerate before the boss
Large enemy
fight.
approaching.
And then take out one claw. Let your shields regenerate. Yeah, there you go.
He's dead.
Level complete.
Got
Yeah,
nothing on me.
you got it.
Woo!
Almost didn't touch you.
Almost.
Just lost a little armor there at the end. Yeah, and then you can look at the data cubes and they'll tell you cool stuff. You look at the front guns, like check everything every time because there's different options at every level.
Okay. Oh yeah. So this is what I got now, right?
Mhm. Yeah, at level 4.
I could do.
You are definitely going to want to upgrade your
Oh, the generator, right?
generator. Yeah. Ugh, 3,000. You're gonna have to get rid of something that you got. And one of the nice things about Tyrion is that it doesn't penalize you at all for selling stuff off and then getting other things.
Yeah. Okay, so now I got 2 sidekicks, and I got a better generator.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And what about your rear gun?
I've still got the Sonic thing.
Okay.
Got this thing.
Yeah, and you can upgrade your shields. You may be able to upgrade your hull. Ooh, Protron for both front and rear.
Ooh. Let's do that.
Just do a whole lot of Protrons.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some water
Okay.
because my lips are super dry.
Okay. Make sure. I think.
Oh,
this is sort of.
I'm in the game.
Oh, you're in Star Citizen.
I'm in Star Citizen.
Nice.
All right, so I'm going to get a drink, and then I will be right back. And we're actually going to play some Star Citizen.
In this Star Citizen stream. That's so weird.
Whoa, what?
Hey, we knew it was a risk.
All right, I'm back. Man, you know you're dehydrated when water tastes super good, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it tastes sweet.
All right, to unlock your friends list, select a primary resident in the persistent universe.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, how much time should I spend making my character look good? I'll give him blue eyes because I have blue eyes. That's about the only change I ever make.
I usually spend about a minute, if that. Not long.
Yeah, and they do have a pretty in-depth character customizer, so it is kind of a shame that it doesn't get as much attention, but
Yeah.
odds are you're going to have to delete your character anyway. I
I've
need to
made
turn
more
my
characters for Star Citizen than I have for most of the games I've ever played.
exactly. Yep. All right, Stanton and Orison. We're doing it. This is my new home. All right, if you're still hanging out at the 2 hour mark, you guys are legends and you should give yourselves a pat on the back. I would do it, but I can't reach you. But we finally made it. We are loading into the game and it looks like it's actually going to work. So I'm feeling pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a little choppy and stuff is still loading in, but I wouldn't expect anything else from a first time loading in. Oh, getting some pretty serious banding though. Assets a chance to load, but I'm impatient, Schlag. I wanna play the game now. This thing. Did it just teleport me back to the bed? It did. All right, I'm just gonna turn off global chat. Not because I don't value the opinions of the masses, but I just want to control what shows up on my chat on my stream. Okay, I'll be a little more patient. I just jumped out of bed 5 times there. Game's trying to tell me you will wait for me. Are we good now? Seems like it's kept my color settings. Cool. Fun story. The platform that has Cousin Crows also has an armor shop that sells the blue Errol gear. Ooh, I'll have to go check that out. Errol is the mining stuff, right?
Yeah, Errol is a medium armor, primarily for mining.
It's usually the bright yellow.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. I think I must have my sound down really low. Ooh.
Whoop. Back in bed.
Yep.
That let me tell you, whenever I wake up from my bed, there is a magnet in there that is very strong,
Oh,
and
dude, tell me about it, man.
just like that. So, Star Citizen dude, mood.
Hyper realistic. And especially
Usually
with
doesn't pull
those
me back
winter
when I'm all the
mornings when
way.
it's super cold.
Yeah. Usually doesn't pull me back when I'm all the way outside of the building, but you know what? I totally get it.
Sorry, boss. I'm not going to make it to work today. I got outside and then I got flung back to my bed.
Max resistant field on my bed is just so strong.
I don't feel like fighting it. It is funny. If I'm just standing here, not really so much of an issue. It's only when I try to do stuff that it's going to pull me back.
Yeah.
I'm going to try hopping one time. I'm also not hearing audio? Question mark? I feel like I should be hearing the doors opening and I should be hearing my character huffing and puffing. Oh, good. I was worried I broke it. I mean, Star Citizen is going through a lot of stress right now.
Yep.
I don't know if it's actually true, but in theory, one of the infinite loading signs was if the loading bar across the bottom was moving at the same rate and not having any hitching, you were stuck in an infinite load cycle.
Yeah.
I don't know how true that is, but I'm always watching that thing like, is it changing? Is it doing anything different?
Mm-hmm.
It does seem to bear out that way. Oh yeah, I've been hearing about some of the inventory changes where you're able to move things around faster. I am very excited about those.
Oh yeah, that sounds great. Sometimes it's the little changes that make things the better the most, you know?
Yeah, the quality of life stuff. Okay, so I need to get to August Dunlow. This is the one I need. Don't take off without me. Whew, made it. Hard to break the click drag habit. Yeah, you get so used to doing something one way that even though you've got this very superior way, it takes a bit to adjust. I know what that's all about. I work with doctors, and they have been doing paper charting for most of their career, and a lot of the computer stuff is new. Sometimes I play tech support for MDs, and that can be pretty frustrating sometimes. Okay, but I should be hearing something here, shouldn't I?
I'm listening to you through Discord, so I don't know.
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
Okay, I heard the announcer's voice, so I am getting audio from the game. Maybe it's just some things are broken. I don't know.
Our recently redesigned Crusader Industries shuttlecraft feature expanded vista opportunities with their signature crystal canopies.
Okay, and I heard that door. Performance feels pretty good so far, though. I mean, the banding is one thing, right? But other than that, I'm actually getting pretty good frame rates. I would say it's probably like 48 to 55 with some minor hitching. All right. So we've got our 200,000 starting AUEC. I think I did accept a mission. No, I did not. Okay. So if I want to do the mercenary missions, to do call to arms, then I need to do the security assessment, right? Laptop is getting hot watching you play. Well, it's the canvas, A&M. What can I say? And now we got to kit myself out with some armor. And I want to break out the CDF set. Oh, wait. I'm supposed to be able to equip things now, right? Yeah. Just swap it on to me. So much nicer. And let's see. This is a light armor. I should be able to do a light pack. So much nicer. Oh, so good. Oh, and character's got new animations too. He was just checking his watch. He's never done that before. Oh, and that's right. I got some Christmas guns. I'll do... What am I likely to find? Because I need to go get some ammo, huh? Where is Cousin Crow's? Is that on the other platform? It is. Oh, that's right. Port Ollie. That would be... That's probably better. I can go to live fire. Always good to have Schlag in the chat because he can be a brain for me when mine isn't working. Let's make sure we've got a nice skin equipped to the Scorpius because that's what I'm planning on taking. It's got to be the red alert one. Let's do that.
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System. Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Hangar 6. Looks like there's been some minor UI passes too. Like the lettering looks a little different than what I'm used to. It's actually been a while since I played, so I got to get my cheat sheet out.
Okay, I was away. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Crows doesn't have ammo? Oh man. But Calco does. Yeah, they really need to fix the shopping experience on not Portal, sorry. On Crusader. Cuz there is nowhere to get all the stuff you need for ground missions. And at least not one place. And now that they're offering those missions at the port, I feel like they ought to offer everything you need in a convenient fashion, at least semi-convenient fashion. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, I can't log into Star Citizen tonight. And my 4-year-old is crying again. So good luck. I'm going to log off and have fun. Enjoy the rest of your stream.
All right, fight the good fight. Thanks for hanging out, Lance.
No problem. Bye.
Bye. All right. We're actually in, guys. This is cool. I know. I'm so looking forward to that. I'm watching that counter go up. That alone, I feel like makes Orison so much better as a planetary body. Because it really is such a pretty location, but it's so hard to want to go there when you have that super high ceiling. But being able to get out of it super fast, that's gonna be a game changer. There it is. We're ready to take off now. All right, so let's set a course to Port Ollie. And let's go get kitted out. Bring the speed way down. And Port Ollie's busy. This is like the good old days. All these ships hanging around. Place is popping off. Okay, now we're going to go into live fire. All right, what do we got? I guess I could do the Custodian. It's not a bad gun. I don't want to do the basic M4. I like to do the fun guns. All right, let's see. So R underscore display go. Okay, and what am I looking for? Server FPS. And it's sitting around 10. So they ought to be somewhat competent by that metric. Okay, so I got my Custodian. I need some ammo for it. Here we go. Okay, now I need med pens. Go. All right. I think we're set. Let's go kill some baddies. E1. So, what is chat's opinion about the John Wick movies? I've seen the first 3. I don't think I've seen the 4th one. I think they're okay. I mean, they scratch the itch for a pretty intense action movie. But I feel like they're lacking in the plot department, and maybe I'm just expecting too much from it. I think it does action movie very well, but it's not like it's gonna win any awards for storytelling. You know what I mean? Never watched any of them. Well, let me sum it up for you. His dog dies, and he kills like 7 billion people because they killed his dog. It's actually about the Armageddon, and he splits the world in half just with his 9mm. It's pretty crazy. Yeah, A&M basically summed up the plot. Action, fun, go. That's all it is. Take a look at that Scorpius, man. Such a beautiful ship. I'm getting on average pretty close to 60 FPS. This is really good for me, guys. I've never gotten 60 FPS even momentarily consistently, but I'm getting pretty high FPS marks at points. Now it's dipping down back to high 40s, but it's pretty stable high 40s. Okay, do I need to worry about turrets around the base here? Only the one. Oh, nope, there is another turret here. All right. Turrets aren't doing anything at the moment, but I know better than to trust good luck in Star Citizen, so I'm gonna park a little ways away behind this rock so that For sure, they can't do anything to me. Oh, that is the smoothest I have ever seen that animation. That looked so good. Let's check another thing. Oh, of course, instant replay is not on. Okay, one of my biggest frustrations with NVIDIA Shadowplay is it'll just turn itself off, and I have no idea what causes it. I kid you not, guys, I have never had a game session be this smooth in Star Citizen. This is wild to me. I mean, it's nothing to write home about as far as like the actual number for the FPS, right? But whatever number it's at, it feels more consistent than it has ever been. Like, I'm just watching this animation of this gun move around. It's so smooth. I don't know if that's really coming across after YouTube compresses the heck out of everything, but it's really good. Very little hitching or stuttering. So it looks like we got 2 guards down here. So we don't want to shoot them. Okay. These guys actually are a little more challenging than I'm used to. Got a guy over there? Can't tell. Yeah, they actually react. They're not just bullet sponges anymore. Oh, the rubber banding's still gonna kill me though. I really should have gotten a sight for this thing. The irons are not the greatest. I'm gonna flush over here. On over here. Okay, one more guy. Leave area or you will be trespassing in 15 minutes. That was... Do need to check to see if there's any lootables here. That was surprisingly smooth, though, and that was a lot more fun. S71, I love this rifle. One of my favorites. And that was the Uberev. Take these guys too. Oh, you're right. Shift left click. What am I doing? There's AO3. But okay, I'm gonna leave the AO3 because I have the AO3s I paid for with real money, so I don't need those. But I can take the ammo. I should take the ammo. And the little timer we got here, that is a huge quality of life thing. Oh my gosh. Can't believe it's been so long since we've had that. Checking all the usual places. Shift left clicking is a serious game changer. I can't believe I... Oh, it's so good. Definitely gonna need one of those. I might as well. That. Ooh. Well, I gotta take this one. This is the executive version. Hello. Can't get into the queue. It's saying character retrieval error or something. Are you still getting the 19K? That's what we were experiencing. You just gotta keep trying it a couple times. I wish I had some magic bullet for you, because I know that that's not the best thing to hear, but it's just the way it works right now, bud. I had to go through the queue 3 times. Hey, I'm happy to have you here too. I mean, definitely don't feel like I'm trying to kick you out. I'm happy to have the viewers. I can tell you that this is probably the best patch I've ever experienced. This is playing amazing for me right now. So, you know, once the servers calm down a little bit and once they're not popping a fuse, definitely give it another shot, because you will have a good time playing. Yeah, see, that's the thing about a wipe, right? Like, on one hand, it kind of sucks because it's like, ah, man, I lost all my cool stuff. But on the other hand, we don't have a lot of progression systems built into the game at the moment. So a wipe means that you actually get to progress for a while. And that part is a lot of fun. I started off with 200k, so I don't know if that's a reward for my time spent playing 3.17. Maybe I didn't play enough in the later patches to qualify for a good reward. But okay. At 200k is more than enough to get started. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to take my ship away just a little bit. This is the Scorpius. This is the single most beautiful ship in the game, Joey. Take a look at that. Looks amazing. This is as close as you can get to an X-Wing in Star Citizen without getting sued by Disney. Okay, so I'm just going to touch down real quick. I'm going to transfer some stuff to my ship inventory so that I can have more space for goodies in future missions. And since PES is a thing right now, I feel like this should actually be a good move. Like, I'll be able to get this stuff later and have it be in my ship long term. That's what I'm saying, Joey. The game is running really good for me right now. I myself am not used to this level of smoothness. It's saying it's getting like 48 FPS most of the time. You can see in the top right, it'll show you some stats of what I'm getting. But whatever FPS it's running at, it's a really smooth. It's very little stuttering or hitching at all. So I am a happy camper. Let's see. Equipment access. I love it. Okay, what else do I got? I've got quite a few things in there that I can put away. Okay, what? Shift left click got it into my inventory. How do I move it? Oh, that works. I'll put one of these on my new executive custodian SMG. And let's see, I'll equip. No, I don't want to do that. Equip myself a med gun too. Equip some of those. All right. So now that we've done the introductory mission, I should be able to do. Yeah. Okay. Repel raid on Orison. gonna have to do a couple jumps to get over there. I have to a lot of course there. That's a pretty cool shot. I'm glad I caught that. F10 to save that. All right. Really is the smoothest I've ever been able to play. I'm really excited. I'm surprised I was actually able to get one of these missions first try too, because I kind of thought that everybody would be going for these, so they would be hard to find. I am not an electrical engineer. I am studying mechanical engineering. Electrical engineering is way above my head, even though the shirt I'm wearing would seem to indicate otherwise. That's basically as good as my electrical knowledge gets. I can understand puns like that, but ask me to do anything with electrical, and I have to spend hours figuring it out. Yeah, electrical engineering's tough. My respect to those that go for it. Same with computer engineering. I just don't have the patience for that kind of stuff. Mechanical engineering, you know, it's big, it's tactile. It's easier for me to conceptualize. Well, I like that more. It's a better fit for me. Have they done anything with the cloud tech between 317 and 318? Because maybe I'm just crazy, but it seems like it looks a little better. Like it's not as noisy. Might just be a placebo effect. Maybe someone who's smarter than me can post that in chat if they can find any information about that. looks like the color settings that I set up in 3.17 did carry over. So typically you don't get as good of color out of Star Citizen as you do with the settings I've done. To clarify, I'm not using reshade. I've just really lowered the gamma settings and then boosted the contrast. It seems like CIG tries to add a lot of gamma in order to make it so that you can see in dark locations. That causes a lot of things to look washed out. Star Citizen, in theory, will be more moddable in the future. At the moment, it's not very moddable. You can use stuff like reshade, which just changes the colors client side. Depending on who you talk to, you'll get kind of a negative perception about it. Some people don't like it for PvP because it can give you a little bit of an advantage, but you can. It's technically allowed. Are there hackers? Yes. In any multiplayer game, there is always people who are going to ruin it for other people. Avenger 1 did a video talking about it recently, and I don't know how much weight I place into it. I'm sure that there are people who cheat and hack Star Citizen, but I don't think it's as widespread as some people allude to. It's pretty much a given. Any multiplayer game, there's going to be cheaters. Whoa. All right, guys, we're landed on a platform at Orison. Fancy that. Let's go kill some people. Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, cheating is just a reality of modern gaming, unfortunately. I wish it wasn't. You know, I wish everybody would play by the rules. But it's just not the world we live in. I don't understand the cheating mentality. You know, I can't imagine it being that much fun, but you know, whatever floats your goat, as they say. That's not cool. Yeah, NPCs are a lot more challenging now. Ah, Joey. Repent of your sins. Promise you'll never cheat again, and I will forgive you. Now, if I was a smart player, which I'm not, I would have done a fly around and killed as many of these guys on the outside as I could. But, live and learn, right? All right, guys, you heard it here first. Joey's never going to cheat again. So he's cool. We can be nice to him. Schlag, correct me if I'm wrong, but this yellow water, that's the stuff you want to get, right? That's the good stuff. Brondo. Did I get the Brondo? I think A&M is talking about one of the nasty fruit things, isn't he? Probably nothing down here, right? Yeah. Okay, this is one of the gym locations, so I should be able to heal up here too. There's the bed. Oh, Idiocracy. I need to see that movie. I saw a trailer for it. Didn't watch it, but thanks for reminding me. I do want to check that one out. Okay, so the other guys are going to be like on the floor below, right? All right. All patched up. Need to pull some ammo. This guy's probably got me covered. No. Restroom. Elevator. This skin for the custodian is pretty sweet. I like this. Die. Okay. What happened there? Running, running, running. Must have been like some kind of invisible wall that I couldn't shoot through. Oh my gosh, stop. Stop moving. Let me shoot you. I swear that's a I swear he was carrying a shotgun. I am really drugged up now. Dead? Oh gosh. See that, guys? That is pro level. Woo! Want this. Nope. I don't want any of his stuff. I want this. So that's my 2 guns. Gonna loot you. Take your goodies. Those guys probably aren't carrying extra ammo. These guys might. Oh, but these guys were using the P4s. Yeah. Come on, show me that loot. Okay, good. Got some more FS9 ammo. Some Nerf guns. Good. Little laser pointer. Some more drugs. All about those drugs. Yeah, when the server's actually able to stretch its legs a little bit, this game's pretty awesome. Like, that was actually a challenging fight. I had to think about it. Okay, isn't this Heart of the Woods? Isn't that a valuable thing? I'm going to take it because I think it is. Can I seriously not? Yeah, am I full? Is that what it's telling me? I didn't loot this one, did I? That was a fun mission. I'm really happy with that. That was cool. And yeah, grenades would actually be really good. And it seems like in recent patches, they've made it so that grenades are as likely to kill the enemy as they are you, which is a huge improvement. So I might actually have to go pick some up. Did I miss any lootable boxes up? Oh wait, no, I already got the ones over there. Didn't check this one. I'm pretty much full though on stuff I can take, aren't I? Yeah. I'm gonna have to bring a bigger backpack next time. I mean, I guess I could unload some of the stuff onto my ship. Gotta have a Nerf blaster, keeping myself entertained. What else I got? Pretty sure I picked up another one, didn't I? There's the other Nerf one. But I thought I picked up another pistol. Did I not? It's not. Oh, it's probably in the main storage here, huh? Yeah. Want that one equipped because this one's actually decent. I like it for functionality more than the Uberev. Just need to get ammo for it. Okay, why is it not doing the thing? Okay. Sometimes you have to give it a few shots before it'll actually take. Well, that was really cool. I like that mission. We're on stream time right now. Been going for 3.5 hours at this point. Let's see. So now I'm out of range, so now they're not going to get upset with me. Let's see what other missions we have available. What's this one? These ones are like, these are some new cargo ones. I've never seen these before. Oh, and the new racing missions. There's just so much to try. Okay, let's do this one because this will get me a certification for very low risk targets, and then we'll be able to do bounty hunting in the future. No, we're not going to do that one. I don't want to spend that much time doing travel at the moment. I can reshuffle that later, and then I'll be able to possibly get one that's closer. This one instead. Is it going to let me get closer? And Daymar has so many cool new sites to check out too. Someone parked up here up ahead. Origin 350R. Not tagging them as hostile. Hey, do you guys remember what the hotkey is for proximity chat? That was a bit of a rough landing. Need some ammo for my custodian. Don't need these because the pen itself carries quite a bit. I'll grab the FS. No, I don't have a ton of space yet, so I don't have a ton of gear yet, so I still want to be looting stuff. So I'll just go with the custodian. Numpad minus. I don't think that's it. Are you trolling me, Schlag? Ah, it's plus. Hey, if you're at Prashad, I'm friendly. I'm just here to do a mission. Yeah, there was a Vanguard, and then there was also a 350R out there. But I don't see any sign of the pilots. Okay, those are bad guys. That's true. They may have died before I even got here. Okay, where'd that come from? Shoot. Is it upstairs? Had to have been, because I don't see anyone down here. I saw the blue and I panicked because I thought maybe that was one of my fellow guards, but then I was like, oh wait, no, that's definitely Ninetales. Okay, that's a guard, right? I should not shoot that guy. Okay. There's no triangle over his head. Bad you don't get bonus points for collaterals, because that's what that last shot was. That was beautiful. Let's find some boxes to loot. Any at all. You can take their sunglasses. All right. Bet. We're going to do that then. Where'd frosted tips go? Here we go. I'll take the whole ensemble when I'm feeling fancy. Oh, forgot the boots. Me. Oh, do I not have space? All right, you can keep your shoes. That I didn't kill him. He was like that when I got here. So was that guy. Which gun you talking about, A&M? The executive custodian that I was using? Yeah, if that guy ever wakes up, he's just gonna have his boots on. A lot of questions. Yeah, I really like the custodian skin that I got. I just picked it up in one of the missions and pretty stoked about that. There's been a lot of stuff added to the loot pool, so there's more stuff than ever to find, which is tons of fun. Okay, let's see. The arc light is the one that I just equipped, right? Yes, it is, which means that all of this is mine. I've got plenty of ammo for a little pistol. This little timer, even though it's just such a simple thing, that is such a huge quality of life change. I mean, we knew before that, yeah, it's 15 minutes roundabout before they start shooting at you, but now to have a timer up on screen telling you exactly what's going on makes it a lot more convenient. Don't mind me, just taking a gander. Anyone know where the storage access is on these? Guess there's that storage, obviously. All right. Oh my gosh. That's a cursed hotkey. If you press minus on the numpad, that's what that does, is it just makes you look at your character. It reminds me of there's these videos going around social media where they just like have a 360 cam on a monopod that they stick in their mouth and they just run around. It kind of looks like that. Once upon a time, I took some flying lessons from Schlag, and now I know what the vector indicator actually means, so I can actually do some much lower flying without constantly being worried that I'm going to hit something. Still not the greatest pilot, but I can get a lot closer to the ground now. That's a shot. That'll be popping up in a video at some point in the future. All right. And with that, guys, I think that's a pretty good, getting our feet wet in 3.18. Took a little bit longer than I would have liked to actually get on and get going. But, I mean, this patch is already, wow. I am so impressed. This is the smoothest gameplay I've ever gotten playing Star Citizen. So I am really excited to be getting into this new wipe and just trying out all the new things. There's going to be lots of videos coming out in the near future. Some of my videos have actually garnered some pretty big attention from some of the bigger YouTubers, so I'm excited to have a chance to make content responding to some of those, and you guys are along for the ride, so happy to have you. That said, like, share, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Let me know what you think. We are doing a sponsored giveaway with Monster Tech on the channel, and each video that I upload is another chance to win. If you've stuck around this long for the stream, you definitely deserve an entry. So make sure you leave a comment on the video. You're gonna have to basically reload this page so that you can then comment and leave it that way. But just leave a comment incorporating what new location is going to be your starting base. And then once the channel reaches 1,000 subscribers, we will be doing a drawing for a set of Monster Tech chair or desk mounts. You get to choose. And Monster Tech is they are the people that made this chair. You've seen, I've been doing some transitions going from keyboard and mouse to a POSAS setup, and it's great. So they're a great company to work with. They make really solid products. As much as I've played with this chair, I really haven't had to do anything to it except tighten some screws that came loose over time. But I mean, that's nothing. That's expected maintenance. So I'm really stoked with Monster Tech. Happy to have them as a sponsor, and I'm really happy that one of you guys gets to win. So definitely keep an eye out on the channel count. Once we hit 1,000 subscribers, we'll be doing that drawing. I'm going to stop rambling, and I'm going to cut off the stream here. Thanks for hanging out.